Hey guys, it's Lexi Love, and guess what? Today we're doing our very first video of Get Nerdier. So today I actually have my friend Will with me to teach me all about Godzilla as our first episode. So say hello to Will. Oh dear.
What's with the people behind you?
They wanted to be in the intro. Do you not let the other guys into your stuff?
No, not really. Not since the incident. Anyway, what am I here for again?
Godzilla?
Right! Jeez, where to begin? If you don't know who Godzilla is, or if you've never heard of him at least, which I doubt unless you are literally a child or live under a rock, he is the king of the monsters, an icon of the giant monster movie genre. Originally coming out in Japan in 1954, Godzilla's destroyed his way through 31 movies, the newest of which was just released in July of 2016, making the Godzilla series the longest running movie series of all time. The only franchise that even comes close to rivaling the Big G is James Bond, clocking in at around 24 films since 1962, but that is information for another series that I know very little about, actually.
Believe it or not, I've never even seen a Godzilla movie before.
Really? Never?
Nope, I've never even seen a commercial for it. All I know is that it's some giant fire-breathing lizard that fights Cthulhu or something at some point.
Not Cthulhu, per se, but he does fight monsters pretty frequently.
Alright, well, you're here to educate me, so educate away. Who is Godzilla, and how did he become, like, part of this giant franchise?
Do you want the long answer or the short answer? Long answer, got it. Well, originally Godzilla was a direct response to the atomic bombing that befell upon Japan during World War II in the 40s. Godzilla and the destruction he caused was an allegory to the destruction and pain that Japan felt shortly after we dropped the bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. It was a big deal, and it was pretty serious, and the first film in the series followed that pretty well. The mood throughout is somber, and you can feel the atmosphere is tense through the movie. We get to meet the inhabitants of an island Godzilla first appears on before he actually does appear. They see Godzilla as an omen, a force sent by the gods. You can sense their fear even in the English dub because the acting is done very well.
I thought there was some kind of stereotype against dubbing in foreign movies and how it kind of like takes away from the original content.
Well, yeah, later in the movie that's definitely true. When the original movie, titled Godzilla, was brought over to the American film market, they decided to Americanize it slightly by reshooting some scenes with well-known actor Raymond Burr, as well as doing a fantastic dub-over of the film, renaming the movie to the classic title, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. A good English dub of Godzilla is pretty rare, and it's good that they put effort in the first movie, get their foot in the door, instead of making audiences feel awkward like they did with Godzilla 2000. As for the whole silliness of the kaiju movies, it comes with the territory. You're making a movie with rubber suits. If it isn't done well, it's going to come off as cheesy, and you can tell that right away with the first sequel to Godzilla, Godzilla Raids Again. This film was made only a year after the original movie, releasing in 1955, and you can tell it was rushed. While the first film had an excellent cinematography showing Godzilla as this large force trudging through the rubble and despair of Japan, this one comes off cheaper.
Why does Godzilla look so different in the first movie than he does in the second movie?
That's actually something I was going to bring up. The Godzilla suit was awful to be inside. Your head would be in the neck and you couldn't see at all. Not to mention that the suit was big, clunky, hard to move in, and made out of rubber, which did not help for heat exhaustion. People said they poured cups of sweat from the feet of the suit after each day of shooting. I believe there were also reports of the suit actors passing out inside, but I don't recall. So when they made the sequel, they ended up deciding to have Godzilla fight another monster, Anguirus. They needed to slim the suit down. In the end, it looks okay, but it's much cheaper looking, and that may be due to less care in the cinematography department.
Wow, I may actually have to, like, watch the original movie now. So does it, like, follow any kind of lore? Is there, like, a storyline? Is it fantastical and magical? What's going on with that?
That varies a little. In the original, he wasn't a direct cause of the bombings, meaning they didn't create him per se. They sort of woke him up. That was also the basis of the 2014 movie. But if you go to Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, it is said that Godzilla was actually a dinosaur named Godzillasaurus, and holy shit, that's adorable! Well, stupid name aside, the Godzillasaurus actually saved a group of Japanese soldiers during a fight in World War II and was injured. The site eventually became testing ground for nukes, which ended up creating him. So he usually does have some sort of nuclear backstory, but he's not really created by it. In the first movie, he was woken up by nuclear activity, and not all the movies really focus on that either. A lot of the movies don't even feed into one another. So the lore is really all over the place. A good example of this would be in the Millennium series. All of the movies except for Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla and Godzilla Tokyo SOS, which are direct sequels to one another, ignore everything else in the series except for the original, basically treating like the entire series as garbage, while the original is gold and is the only thing that should be taken from for inspiration.
I hate it when franchises do that. On the other hand, with as many Godzilla movies as there are, I highly doubt that it's even possible to include every single backstory, even if they shoot the setting of 100 years into the future. What would you say are the best Godzilla movies? Like, top 5.
Oh man, that's tough. Okay. Number 5. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Although the plot is all over the place involving time travel, timeline deletion, and aliens, I do gotta say it's a good place for people to start if they've never seen a Godzilla movie. It's a fun time. Number 4, Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. That name is a mouthful. Godzilla's a complete badass in this movie. It also has the best cinematography and beam effects in the entire series. Number 3, Godzilla 2014, the good American one. No Matthew Broderick. Number 2, Godzilla King of the Monsters / Gojira, the original. I have sang its praises enough in this video, I don't need to say any more about it. And number 1, Son of Godzilla. I don't care how cheesy this movie is, I love it. The music is upbeat and cheery, the atmosphere is great, I love seeing Minya, he's so ugly and cute, he's great. It's my favorite, even if the enemy is a giant spider. I'd like to thank Lexi for allowing me to be a part of this Get Nerdier episode. If you don't know who I am, my name is Will Goodnight over on the channel Will Goodnight, where I do videos called Goodnight and Good Luck, as well as more serious reviews, which may or may not be up by the time this video is. I'm still working on some content. If you'd like to see more videos, you can hop over to my channel. I'm going to be posting a video going over the movie Shin Gojira, which came out last July of 2016. It's the newest Godzilla movie. I'm going to be talking about that the same day this goes up, hopefully. There's a lot more I could talk about with Godzilla, and I will either be doing that on my channel, or if you guys liked to hear my lovely voice talk about some nerdy things, go ahead and let me know in the comments. We might be able to put together another episode going more in depth of Godzilla. These movies have been around since '54. There's a lot we can talk about. This was a much more broad viewpoint of the series. Good night and good luck.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much to Will for actually coming and helping me learn all about Godzilla today, because I don't know anything at all. So this is a new segment that I'm going to be continuing throughout my time on YouTube. It is called Get Nerdier, and basically it is what it is, like this video. I will have friends that will come and teach me different things of how to get nerdier, various cosplayers making appearances on my channel, as well as different so-called experts on stuff like Disney princesses and stuff like Godzilla, for instance. So hopefully you will be seeing Will again on my channel before too long. If not, I will include a link down below for his channel so you can check him out, because he makes pretty rad stuff. And I can't wait for his Life is Strange review. I am so excited. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much. Bye!